All right, welcome back to the channel again, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you all so much for coming over, sticking around, all that great stuff. Uh, we're back on the Culture Covered channel. Now, look, Justin Bieber reveals how Usher betrayed him to Diddy. Diddy used him for rappers. If you look back at Justin Bieber's career, I remember working at the Staples Center and I worked Usher concert, and he brought out I think, was he an opening? He brought out Justin Bieber and Ludacris to sing that baby song when Justin Bieber was, very, very young on the rise. And then years later, you seen like a shift in his personality. He didn't seem like that happy kid anymore. And Justin Bieber was part of the flavor camp with Diddy. It's almost like saying Usher handed Bieber off to Diddy, is what I think this video is trying to get at this title. But we're going to check this out. Just trying to stay in the know, man. Trying to stay in the know. So we ain't going to waste no more time. Let's jump right into it.
There was a time where I was sipping lean, I was popping pills, I was doing Molly, shrooms, everything.
The bad boy. Oh, he's bad boy now.
Signing the bad boy.
Man, look at
it looks
this.
like Diddy is
Did y'all see his face? He looked so out of it.
Oh, he's bad boy now.
Signing the bad boy.
Man, look at his face. Sheesh.
It looks like Diddy is asking him if he has a wire. Justin says no. Then Diddy checks to see if he has a wire.
What?
Yo, this is some sick shit.
Oh!
So apparently Justin Bieber is finally starting to come to terms with some heavy stuff regarding his early days in the music industry. Word on the street is that he's been feeling like he was manipulated and used by Usher and Diddy, and he may be finally ready to share his story. So these disturbing rumors about Justin and Diddy have been floating around for ages, and recently Jaguar Wright threw Usher into the mix, accusing him of essentially handing Justin over to Diddy. But here's the twist. Jaguar also mentioned that Usher might have been
so I'm going to join them. See, that's when me and you got a problem.
This just goes to show how this evil cycle works, and I'm sincerely hoping there's a reckoning within the music industry, specifically the hip-hop industry, about this situation. But what do we really know about Diddy's connection to Justin Bieber? And where does Usher fit into all this drama? Let's get into it.
I was waking up in the morning and the first thing I was doing is popping pills and smoking a blunt and starting my day. I basically said to myself, oh my God, if you're real, you get me through this season of stopping these pills and stuff, and if you do, I'll do the rest of the work.
So a bunch of old videos showing Diddy's questionable interactions with...
So it's like, you look at this young kid who's rich, can get everything, anything he want in the world, and you say to yourself, why is he doing all this stuff? A lot of people say it's to cope with what either you have done or has been done to you. So, yeah. Because I'm just like, why did he turn to that stuff?
Justin Bieber have suddenly popped up again on the internet after Diddy's homes got raided last month as part of an ongoing federal investigation. Some of these videos are extremely unsettling to watch, and fans are now reevaluating everything about Justin's past, especially his struggles with mental health and substance abuse. Once upon a time, Justin Bieber was the biggest pop star on the planet.
Yep.
But these days, it seems like Justin is a shell of his former self. He always looks sad and lost, and
Right.
it seems he doesn't have any interest in making music anymore. Last year, he made a huge move and sold off his entire music catalog for $200 million. And there's been a lot of speculation that he's officially retired from the music business. But what's really weird is that Justin seems to be steering clear of solo music these days. And yet, last September, he popped up on one of Diddy's tracks called Moments from his album, The Love Album, Off the Grid. Now, you'd think if Justin's not really into his own music anymore, he wouldn't have time to jump on someone else's project, right? Well, there's been some buzz lately about Justin either having some type of trauma bond with Diddy or being a victim of Diddy's alleged blackmail scheme. By the way, when Diddy announced Justin's feature on his album last year, he wrote this on Twitter: Justin Bieber has become one of the biggest superstars in the world. I met him when he was playing his guitar outside on the street. I'm honored to call him a dear friend and a brother. I never had the chance to work with him until now. God is the greatest. But hold up, why did Diddy say he met Justin while he was playing guitar outside on the street? From what we know, it was actually Usher who introduced Justin to Diddy, not some chance encounter on the sidewalk. To give some context, when Justin was about 12, he started gaining some serious traction thanks to his mom, Patty Millette, who was uploading his singing videos on YouTube. One of these videos caught the eye of controversial manager Scooter Braun, and Scooter was so convinced that Justin had what it takes to be the next big thing that he went on this whole detective mission to track him down. Scooter found the theater Justin was performing at in one of those YouTube videos, hunted down his school, and finally reached out to Patty, practically begging her to let Justin come with him to Atlanta. After some hesitation, Justin's mom agreed, and at just 13 years old, Justin hopped on a plane to Atlanta with Scooter to lay down some demo tapes. And get this, just a week later, Usher himself swooped in and became Justin's mentor. Now, in the interview with the New York Times, Justin's mom spilled the beans on how Usher didn't stop at mentoring. He went the extra mile and appointed his right-hand man, Ryan Good, to be Justin's road manager, and as he put it, his swagger coach. And according to Patty, this is when she started losing control over Justin. Now keep in mind that Patty was just a teenager herself when she had Justin. And
it just reminds me of that whole Nickelodeon thing, how they get involved and just basically take whole control and just push the parents to the side. Parents, you gotta be strong. You can't just be letting even Usher mother sent him to flavor camp, They just be sending their kids off, man. Once they come at you and be like, look, this is all the money you gonna get, this and this, that and that. You ain't gonna have to worry about nothing no more. They're like, here. And then years later, they kind of see the decline in their child. And some of them don't even feel bad.
top it off, she had to raise him all on her own after Justin's dad, Jeremy, hit the road. Life wasn't exactly a walk in the park for Patty either. She went through some tough times and even battled with thoughts of ending it all when she was just 17. So you can imagine, Patty probably saw this opportunity with Scooter and Usher as a ticket to a better life for Justin. She put all her trust in them, hoping they'd protect her son and give him the chances she never had. But as it often goes, once Scooter and Usher stepped in, Patty was completely shut out. And suddenly, Justin was out of her hands.
Man.
But it gets worse, because Usher apparently wasted no time introducing young Justin to his mentor, Diddy. Back in 2009, 15-year-old Justin got shipped off to spend 48 hours with Diddy, but no one bothered to explain what the purpose of this hangout was. Justin wasn't a rapper, so what exactly was Diddy supposed to teach him? Now, as you probably know, there's this video floating around from that time that's got everyone buzzing, and it shows Diddy talking about how he can't disclose what exactly he and Justin are up to.
Imagine. Yeah. So where are we off to now?
Where would you like to go?
Wherever you want to go. Where are we going?
So check this out, yo. Justin, you ever seen the movie 48 Hours? Right now, he's having 48 hours with Diddy, him and his boy. They're having the times of their lives, where we hanging out and what we doing.
Now let's say Justin was just starstruck and really wanted to just hang out with Diddy. But what was Diddy's deal? What was his motivation to spend 48 hours with a kid who couldn't even legally drink? We all know what Diddy's definition of having a good time looks like. And plus, let's not forget, Diddy was 40 years old at the time. So what was his game plan? Why the sudden interest in a 15-year-old Justin? And then there's this other nugget Diddy dropped in that video about having legal guardianship over Usher.
I have been given custody of him. He signed to Usher.
I'm signed to Usher.
I had legal guardianship of Usher when he did his first album. I did Usher's first album. I don't have legal guardianship of him, but for the next 48 hours, he's with me. So and we gonna go full crazy.
Hold up, legal guardianship? What's up with these parents letting Diddy have custody of their teenage sons? As you probably know, Usher himself spilled the beans, admitting he was just 13 or 14 when L.A. Reid shipped him off to Puffy Flavor Camp.
Now that was L.A. Reid's idea, right? We're sending you over to something called Puffy Flavor Camp.
There you go.
To learn some...
Flavor Camp?
Yeah,
Flavor
that's
Camp.
what it was called.
I got a chance to see some things.
Yeah, but you were 13. What were you seeing?
I went there to see the lifestyle.
Right.
And I saw it. And it was, but I don't know if I could indulge and understand what I was even looking at. It was pretty wild.
And then there's also this bizarre video of Kevin Hart interviewing Diddy, where Diddy says he and Usher used to wake up and wrestle when Usher was 10.
I mean, damn, pause, but like, check this out. I mean, back in the days when he was like 10 and I was a little bit older, his older brother, we used to fight over the Frosted Flakes. You know what I'm saying? Before pause was invented. You know what I'm saying? But it's my brother for real. We used to actually wrestle off of the Frosted Flakes because he used to always get up early.
Mind you, Diddy is 10 years older than Usher. So what did Diddy mean when he said he used to wake up and wrestle? Y'all, this is getting seriously creepy, and I don't know how anyone could justify this type of behavior. Now, over time, it looks like Usher and Diddy have kind of drifted apart. But get this, Diddy had this knack for putting Usher in awkward situations, especially when the cameras were rolling. There's this clip that's been making the rounds again, showing Diddy straight up putting Usher on the spot and asking why they don't hang out as much anymore.
Something ain't right, y'all.
It's nothing like fellowshipping, you know what I'm saying? We see each other around, but we don't get it. Usher, how you been, man? I've been seeing you so long.
How much did we drink?
Hey, Nick. Hey, Diddy, he gone.
He don't even know what's going on. You trying to say something, Usher?
I'm trying to say something.
What do you want to say?
I don't know if I should, but I'm trying.
Well, we drank a little bit. You drank a lot.
Because you drank that whole can of beer.
Yeah, you drank that beer. You drank 2 shots of tequila.
Yeah, right.
You drank
Fired
1
up.
Caper Roach.
Let me say it, fired up.
Yeah.
That's your group, right? Fired up.
I like that.
Your forehead is sweating like Uncle Leroy at the dinner table.
And now check out how Diddy did the same thing with Justin in this video that was recorded when they ran into each other about a year after that 48-hour hangout.
Everything's good? Selling out arenas and everything? Starting to act different, huh? You ain't been calling me and hanging out the way we used to hang out.
Well, I mean, you try to get in contact with me, through all my, partners and whatnot. Mm-hmm. But
man, he seems so
never
uncomfortable.
Really got my number, so.
Correct. Okay.
My number?
Yeah.
There's also been some serious gossip swirling around that it was actually Diddy who first introduced Justin to the party scene and illegal substances. And word on the street is that this whole ordeal is what fueled Justin's desire to protect other young artists from falling into the same trap. Check out how Justin broke down crying in his 2020 interview with Zane Lowe over talking about his friendship with Billie Eilish and why he's so protective of her.
It was hard for me being that young and being in the industry and not knowing where to turn, and I don't want her to go through anything I went through. I don't wish that upon anybody.
And now there are 2 more sketchy videos of Justin making the rounds online, and they're enough to make your skin crawl at the thought of what Diddy might have put Justin through. So this first video shows Diddy patting down Justin and seemingly checking to make sure he's not wearing a recording device. And did you see how Justin kept looking at the ground and avoiding looking Diddy in the face? I mean, you don't have to be a body language expert to see that Justin is clearly intimidated and afraid of this demon. But it gets worse, y'all. There's this other video of Justin partying with Diddy's equally problematic friends, Trey Songz and Odell Beckham Jr. And not only does Justin look like he's completely out of it, but at one point he appears to, you know what, I can't even say what this looks like, so I'll just let you watch and be the judge. Now, some folks are saying that Justin was doing a bump of that Coca-Cola without the cola, if you know what I mean. But others have pointed out that the way Odell moves his hands after Justin gets up makes it look like they were doing something else. Either way, this whole situation is beyond disgusting and sad, and whatever Justin went through, let's just hope he can heal and find peace. As for Justin potentially testifying against Diddy, well, sources close to Justin are saying he's still torn about whether to address the situation or not. One source who recently spoke to In Touch Weekly said Justin doesn't really want to talk publicly about his relationship with Diddy, but he may have to. I'm not sure if Diddy did anything that Justin now thinks crossed the line, but if he does, he's not saying. If Justin has to address his past interactions with Diddy, he will. As for Usher, he's been keeping a low profile profile since Diddy's houses got raided. He recently paid a visit to Russell Simmons in Bali, and rumor has it Usher is looking for a way out before this whole thing blows over. And while some fans are saying Usher shouldn't be blamed if Diddy actually did something to Justin, others think he's at least partially responsible because he knew exactly what Diddy was like. One fan said, "I don't get it. Where's the outrage for Usher? He handed 15-year-old Justin Bieber over to Diddy for 48 unsupervised hours, knowing fully well what that monster was capable of. He's just as responsible for whatever took place." And another person wrote, "Usher is a victim, which is sad, but he eventually grew up to become the instead of breaking the chain. Once Justin Bieber was in Usher's space, Usher definitely shouldn't have brought him around Diddy, knowing the ish he does. It's sad all around, to be honest. But let me know how you feel about the situation. Do you think Justin will ever speak out publicly about his relationship with Diddy? And should Usher take some of the blame if Diddy did something to Justin? Drop your comments below and make...
Of course he should, but at the end of the day, the mama... Like Usher said, he was 13 years old when he was hanging out with Diddy, and his mama basically let him go. So same thing, the parents. It's crazy and it's sad because, you know, they get these people when they're so vulnerable, so young, can't even make, you know, real life decisions. Like, just imagine someone else having custody of your child. Think about that. Think about that. But I'm pretty sure they be paying them so much money. Like, here, look, I'm going to give you this right now, and I'm going to make your son a star. And it's going to be plenty more where this came from, you know, just selling them the dream. And then, I mean, because like I said, Justin Bieber just, like from some clips and pictures I seen, that brother just didn't look happy at all. Brother went from baby, baby to just, I don't know if that was like what was happening in that video or like patting him down for a wire, but it sure in the hell did look like it. So, like I said, a lot of stuff is starting to just resurface. You know, none of these stories are new. It's just a lot of people didn't pay attention to them when they came out. So, again, man, if nothing happens, you just know how much power this brother has or how much dirt he has on people. Those are the only two options. All right, peace out.